Okay, today we're cracking the code on what might be the single most important moment for any YouTube video. We're talking about those first few hours right after you hit publish. This is it. This is where the algorithm runs its first and, honestly, its most critical test. A test that decides if your video takes off or just fizzles out.
We've all wondered this, right? It's the million-dollar question. You see some video blow up with millions of views and you just have to ask, was that pure luck? Or is there someone at YouTube secretly pushing buttons making it famous?
You know, there's this huge myth that going viral is like winning the lottery. That the algorithm is this magical being that just points at a random video and says, you're the chosen one. But that's not how it works. Not even close.
The reality is actually way more systematic and, frankly, a lot more fair. See, YouTube doesn't choose a video to make it big, it tests it. And here's the kicker. Every single video, whether you have 10 million subscribers or 0, goes through the exact same initial test.
So what exactly is this test? Well, think of it like this. It's a trial run. It's like a movie studio showing a new film to a small test audience before they spend millions on marketing. They want to see how people react, right? YouTube is doing the exact same thing, just on a massive, automated scale with your video.
So here's how it plays out in real time. It's a super simple 4-step process. First, you upload. Easy enough. Second, YouTube puts your video in front of a small group of people it thinks might like it. Third, and this is the most important part, it watches them like a hawk. It measures everything. And finally, based on all that data, it makes a simple decision. Do we show this to more people, or do we stop it right here?
Okay, so that brings us to the part you really want to know. If this whole thing is a test, how the heck do you pass it? What are the green lights the algorithm is looking for that scream, hey, this video is a hit, let's show it to everyone?
Well, the signals are actually pretty straightforward. It all comes down to 3 main things that this little test audience does. 1, they don't immediately click away. They actually stick around for a bit. 2, they watch for a good chunk of time. And 3, they do something. They like, they comment, they share. Basically, they engage with it.
And all of those signals, the watch time, the likes, the shares, they all feed into one giant overarching message for YouTube. And that message is simply, people are satisfied. The algorithm's entire job is to find videos that make people happy, because happy viewers stay on the platform longer. It's that simple.
So if that's what a pass looks like, let's flip it around. Why do so many videos, the vast majority really, fail this initial test and just fade away into obscurity?
It's the exact opposite story, right? A failing video probably has a weak opening, so people just scroll right past it. The retention is low because, well, the content just isn't holding their attention, and a lot of the time, a weak thumbnail or title means people don't even bother to click in the first place. That test audience gives it a big thumbs down, not with the dislike button, but with their total indifference.
And this is where it gets kinda crazy. We're talking about a tiny, tiny window of time. 3 to 5 seconds. That's it. That is your entire audition. In the time it takes you to blink a few times, a viewer has already decided if your video is worth their time. If you don't grab them in that window, you've pretty much already failed the test.
You know, understanding that this is all a test, it forces you to completely rethink what success on YouTube even means. It stops being about what we as creators think is cool, and it starts being about what the platform itself actually values.
I mean, let's be honest, we're all a little obsessed with the view count. We see that number as the ultimate scoreboard. But what this initial test shows us is that the algorithm is looking at something much, much deeper than a simple view.
And this quote right here, this is the whole thing in a nutshell. YouTube doesn't really care about your views. It cares about the reactions to your video. See, a view can be totally passive, but a reaction, someone watching longer, hitting like, leaving a comment, that's an active signal that they're genuinely enjoying it. And it's those reactions that tell YouTube to open the floodgates.
So to wrap this all up, I want to leave you with this question. Just for a second, forget about going viral. Instead, just focus on this. Is your next video built to pass the test? Look at your idea. Look at your thumbnail, your first few seconds. Is it designed to grab someone and hold on tight? Does it give them a reason to watch and a reason to react? Because if it is, then you're not just making a video anymore. You're speaking the algorithm's language.